welcome back to another episode of Grave Reviews. My name is Chris, and today I've checked out this new horror movie called Monstrous. And no, I am not talking about my mother-in-law. So, today, Monstrous. This one is directed by Chris Sivertson. Chris Sivertson. Jesus Christ. Why can't everyone just be like John Doe, Amy Doe, Linda Doe, Doe. Monstrous is about this woman named Laura and her 7-year-old son Cody as they move into this rural California home. And there's a lake nearby which might hold something monstrous. And then some supernatural hijinks ensue. Also, notably important, it is the 1950s. So Monstrous, it has an alright look at times. Sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. It's a 1950s aesthetic and they have all the props in the cars and they seem like they're very proud to have all that stuff because it comes across sometimes like fan servicey kind of feeling. I mean, I don't think that's what they're going for. They just want you to be brought into this world, but it was just like a little much. At times though, it feels cheap in a way where it feels like I'm watching an episode of Creepshow or something like that, where they just don't have quite enough budget to nail the aesthetic. But I wasn't really a big fan of like the cinematography of this movie. I don't know, just something feels off. I'm never really impressed with the look of the movie. And then they do all this fucking day for night all the time and I hate it. I hate it so much. It looks so bad. It looks so fake. But that's just nitpicking. If I was engrossed in the storyline, I wouldn't care about a lot of that stuff. And that's the major problem is I'm never really engrossed in this thing. Like, it's an interesting premise with this young woman who appears to be like fleeing from an abusive husband with her son, and there's a twist, a Shyamalan twist, but the conflict is very vague for a while. Like, yeah, we got like this idea that maybe this abusive husband's coming after her or looking for her, or maybe there's some sort of supernatural being in the pond, and we get those scenes where the little kid is drawing with the black crayon, the monstrous thing. Like, we've never seen that in a movie before. It's just tired old tropes of stuff. And the theme they're going for in this, talking about trauma and grief, and I don't want to spoil too much, but let's just say a lot of this movie is similar in idea to The Babadook, but in execution 100 times worse. So while that movie really sold the feeling of grief and depression, this movie doesn't at all until like one sequence with the mother and son. That only works because Christina Ricci is a good actress and is able to make it work, I think. Otherwise, I think the movie kind of fails at exploring those themes. You have moments where they're like, oh, it's the 1950s, so we're going to watch some old-timey 1950s creature features and stuff, and they got like homages to that stuff. I just wish it did more with the time period or the reason why it's set in that time period, per se. Trying to be vague to avoid spoilers, but you guys who haven't seen the movie are probably like, what the fuck is he talking about? So the storytelling feels very surface and the plot twists have been done before in other movies. The aesthetic didn't really work for me. I like Christina Ricci. I think she was great in this because she's just a really talented actress. The kid actor, not so great, but I'm not gonna here to be a shit on a kid. I'm here to be a shit on a kid, I don't know. Let's talk about the scares. I mean, it's a horror movie. Is it scary? No, it's not scary. So this was a bit of a chore to get through. I mean, it's competently made. Like, nothing in the production quality is taking me out of it. I just never was brought in with the story. Even though I think the potential is there. I mean, if they could secure all this 1950s paraphernalia and Christina Ricci, they definitely have potential to make something good. I just don't feel like they spent the money or the time where it was really needed, which was probably in the script. So Monstrous, I think I'm gonna give it like, I don't know, a 4 out of 10. I really didn't enjoy this thing. I thought it was pretty dull, pretty predictable and tropey, and overall, not a very great movie. So if you've seen it, let me know what you think. Otherwise, I will catch you here next time, guys. Goodbye.